Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Brett Stewart coming in from Phoenix, Arizona. Brought two of my buddies with me, Ken McBee and Andrew P. Meyer. We're really excited today to talk to you about some new upcoming pay raises and some changes within the terminals and any other questions that you might have for us. We're here to answer those. So appreciate the time and won't take too much more of it. Let's jump right in. What do you guys think?
Excellent.
Yeah. Hey, I'll go ahead and start, Brett. Thanks for that. We did institute actually another rate increase for our owner operators, effective today. This time we went with 4 cents a mile across all bands, for the over the road dry, over the road reefer, over the road flatbed. So this is our fifth increase in the last 2 years. So we feel like we have a very competitive package, and we are passing that on to you guys. We have an exciting MRP program as well, where you can purchase a used truck and then end up paying that truck off. And I know I'm going to get questions on load board, so just hold your questions on load board. We're very, very close. We ran into some couple issues that we need to get fixed before we roll it out. So just hang on. I know a lot of you are anxious to get it, but it'll be coming soon.
Did you say 4 cents is the raise for the owner operators?
I did. It's 4 cents on their line haul bands. 4 cents across the board.
Wow, that's
All
phenomenal.
bands. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully everybody's excited as we are about that. I mean, when was the last one? In September, and now another one in November?
Yeah, that's correct. Our goal
Fantastic.
is really to grow this owner operator program back to at least 2,000 trucks. We're around 1,800 right now. And we want to get it back to 2,000. So we feel like this is really a competitive edge that's going to get us there.
So Brett or Andy, can you tell us if I'm a company driver or I know somebody and I want to be an owner op, how do we do it?
Well, I can take that if you want, Brett. The requirements are 1 year driving behind the wheel. We want everybody to see all seasons. So we want you to have at least a year's worth of driving experience. For more qualifications, you can go to give us a call in Phoenix at the Rapid Response, or our recruiting line, our onboarding recruiting line, where we can answer all your questions for you. But the main thing is you got to have a good driving record. You got to be productive in the last 9 months, and you have to have a year's driving experience, and that's basically it. So we can bring you in, bring you into a new truck, a used truck, or an MRP truck, which is a maintenance program truck.
So Andy, too, if I'm a little nervous, technically I'm going to own my own business at this point, right? So if I'm nervous about owning my own business, is there help, or that's maybe what some of these folks are a little nervous about?
Yeah, that's basically our whole department, is to support the owner operator. We also send prospective owners to a class with ATBS, and ATBS is a company that helps us with helps our owners with their finances, helps them with their taxes, helps them with their fuel taxes and that kind of stuff. So it's kind of a course on, you're going to become a business owner, and these are the things that you need to watch out for. This is what you need to save your money for, that kind of thing.
So somebody could help shepherd them through the whole process of whether you're
Mm-hmm.
nervous or, hey, you just want to talk about it. It's good to go ahead and call in and talk to somebody and see what it looks like, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Great news.
Yeah, I would even mention another program that we offer, and Andy kind of touched on that, but our current drivers that are running company for us with 12 months or more experience, and say you're driving your company truck and you like it, we do offer a program that we could lease that truck to you as well. It's called the FX program. And I would say this year and going into next is two of the best years to ever consider owning your own company, being that fuel is at the lowest we've ever seen it for, gosh, I can't even go back to 5 years ago, maybe. And then freight, right? The freight market is tremendous. So now would be the time I would suggest definitely looking into the program.
Hey, we did have a question come in. Can you still be a mentor and be an owner operator? We are not doing that anymore as far as mentor owner operators. Obviously, if you're an owner operator mentor today and you're mentoring, you can continue to do that until you stop mentoring, but we are not entertaining new mentors for owner operators. All right, Ken?
All right, good deal. Hey, that's a great update on owners. And the next thing we want to talk about is a fall incentive. We want to make sure everybody knows that we continued our fall incentive on. We've had a summer and we've had a fall and or actually a winter incentive, right? So it's based off mileage, and we'll pull it up here on the screen so you can see that the fall incentive. If you're a solo, it's 2,000 miles, mentor 3,000 miles, team 3,300 miles, and you can earn an extra $100 a week. So this will run through January 31st of 2021. So just great news. This is obviously too for OTR, line haul, refrigerated, and flatbed businesses. So there are some other incentives for other lines of business. So just check with your driver leader or terminal leader if you have any questions. But this is definitely something you should be working towards earning every week.
But wait, not yet. Put that back up, Jeff, and scroll down. We have the owner operators in that program as well, so you can see the same mileage bands, 2,000, 3,000, and 3,300. Get an extra $100 weekly in your settlement, and that we've had a great response to this. 60% to 65% of our owners are achieving this every week. So you keep running hard like you are, and we're excited this is extended on top of the rate increase. And before I lose the mic, I want to give a shout out to Jewel McCormick. He's a huge Raiders fan. I'm just kidding. He's a big Cowboy Nation fan. So thanks, Jewel, for the heads up.
Excellent. Well, our next topic is rate increases. Andy? Do you want to take that? Or we've already really discussed it, right?
Yeah.
It's and I'm sorry I had an agenda here, but needless to say, the rate increase for owners, plus you get the $100 incentive. You can get that for the company drivers, but really just in right before we got on here, it's great news. I'm really excited to announce that for our over the road dry, refrigerated, and flat division, we're also going to do a 2 cents across the board for all pay bands raised for them. Now that will start November 30th. So miles that you drive November 30th on, that'll be the first week that we're doing that. So great news, great increase for them too.
That's awesome.
And the owner operator raise went into effect yesterday. Is that right, Andy? November 11th?
That's correct. Yep.
Excellent.
Yeah, fantastic. And just to confirm, Ken, because I was a little confused on that. So the 2 cents will be effective on November 30th for our over-the-road dry van and refrigerated grocery.
And dry van, refrigerated, OTR, and flat OTR.
Okay, perfect.
Good. All right. So the next topic we wanted to talk about that we missed last time is badges and yard security. So I believe everybody's seen that's been to terminals. We're investing millions of dollars in our infrastructure, in our lounges, our just everything that's driver comfort, our showers, our micro marts, everything that we're putting into these different terminals. So excuse our dust. We know it's a little bit inconvenient at times, but we're upgrading all the laundry facilities, personalized showers, so you can have privacy, all the stuff that you've asked for in your feedback. So those things are in the process. Well, part of that whole project is we heard you that, hey, I want better security on my car that I park in the parking lot, right? And just overall security for us. So as a whole, as a company. So as we do these remodels, we're fencing in these terminals, and we're fencing them in and putting in badge readers. Now, there's a lot of great things that come with these badge readers. So you will be able in the near future to badge in and out of terminals. And we figure that usually about 90% to 95% of folks are able to badge in and out. So you may not be waiting for a gate person. You badge out, boom, you're gone. Or you badge in, and this will also be badges around the terminal, so you'll be able to get in the terminal where you need to go. And the other big thing is it's just security. It's keeping people that don't need to be in our yards out of it. So we've had different situations in different locations where people wander in because, hey, there's free showers and coffee and things that we are there to take care of our drivers, right? So we're just making sure that we secure these yards. You feel like your valuables are secure too as you go out on the road or you come to work, and it's just a safer place for you. So just know that there's probably about 10 on the docket that should be done by the end of December. So we will have initiatives in the localized terminals to badge all of the drivers and non-drivers. So just more to come. Look for signage. I can tell you, just to throw some names out there, Denver, El Paso, Sparks is already all the way fenced in and badged. Edwardsville, Lancaster, Sumner, Oklahoma City, Gary, Manteno, Jonestown, Ocala, Atlanta, Columbus, Richmond. Those are all the first ones. That's just wave one. And then we'll get the other ones as we get remodels done. But it's great news. I feel like from being a terminal leader before, this was one of the issues that drivers definitely had, was a pain point. So we'll get this taken care of, and I think it'll be a better experience for everyone.
Awesome. Hey, I know there was a question that came in about increases on the dedicated. The increases we mentioned were for the over-the-road fleets. Dedicated is a little bit of a separate deal, and it's the customer dictates, what the contract is. So if you're in a dedicated, please reach out to your on-site leader or your leader and see what they have for you as far as a dedicated position and what the rates are.
Definitely. One of the other questions we've seen come in so far too, I need my CDL. Where are you located? Well, we have 11 academies across the nation. So what I would tell you is just call into one of the recruiters. They can walk through that with you wherever your location is and get you to the closest one. Let you know what the program is. It's a great program. So we would love to have any of those new drivers come in. Okay.
Hey, Ken, there was a question on Qualcomm or tablets. Do you want to talk to that, or?
I didn't see it, so
we can come back to it.
Okay, we'll come back to it here. I'll look through it in just a minute. So Voice Your Choice. This is a platform we talk about a lot. We are definitely, we do a lot of the activities that we're doing because we get your feedback. This is one of the best places to give your feedback. You can tell us that, hey, I'm in Jurupa Valley and the person at the window is treating me wonderful. I'm in Ocala, Florida, and the person in the shop, I had a bad experience. All those comments are routed to a leader, and the expectation is to respond to you within 24 hours. On the weekends, it's by sundown rule on Monday. So we would just encourage you to use Voice Your Choice. There is a piece of it that's in there that I don't know that everybody really knows about. I can tell you we get about 1,300 comments so far this year, which we should have a ton more. So something we're going to look to put forward on the app and the Engage app is you can currently do this. So go into your load and you can see your pickup and deliveries. Now you can rate those. We're asking 5 questions in there. And it's please rate the signs or informational directional information posted for the customer. Please rate safety and ease of navigating to the customer. Are there parking spaces available at the location? Are there restroom or facilities available at customer locations for drivers to use? And then please rate your overall treatment and respect that you received at the location and interaction with these employees. So I would ask you to please go in there and use this. We need all the information we can get on our customers. In the near future, what this will be used for is this will help us decide who is our customers of choice, who treats our drivers the way that we think that they should be treated, right? If we get a customer that has all negative reviews, just like we would deal with somebody in our organization, we will then deal with those folks. So this could help us make choices on lane flow, customer of choice, all kinds of things. Now, the other part of this, and this may not happen right away, but we need you to start using it, is to give us that information like, did they have overnight parking or did they have parking? We're looking at how we feed this back into our system. So in the near future, we can feed it back to you whenever you're doing deliveries. Now, we're not quite there yet, but we need that information coming in. So please take the time to go in and rate your loads. You can go back and rate the loads for the whole week if you'd like. If you could just, even towards the end of the week, it doesn't have to be every load. Go in and just, hey, pick the ones that maybe you had a great time or a great experience versus a bad experience. If you want to throw some questions in the chat too, that would tell us maybe some other things you would like to know about the customer, of information you'd like for us to feed back. That would be some good information too. So please use your voice your choice. It's a key to our success, and we definitely need everybody involved in that.
Yeah, I would just
All right.
piggyback off that just real quick to mention that there are some customers we've stopped doing business with just plain because of the feedback from our drivers. That these customers need to understand that you are the most important piece of our business and theirs. Nothing happens or exists without you. And so for those of them that might be confused and treating some of our drivers disrespectfully, we will literally put boots on the ground and go meet with them and share your reviews, give them a chance to change. And if they do not change, then we will change doing business with them. That's how passionate we are about that, because no one deserves to be treated that way. There's been incidents where we've heard customers telling drivers to sit in their truck, windows up, truck off, 110 degrees in the lot, no toilets available. We don't put up with that. So, but without your feedback, we don't know. We aren't there until you tell us. So please utilize that resource that we have available.
Perfect. Let's go with one more thing, and then we'll get to a lot of the questions. So we are going through a change too with badging our facilities that, hey, we realize there's some time that we're walking in between, right? When we T-call a load, you got to, in a lot of the terminals, some of them we've changed a few things because of COVID, that, hey, we left the paperwork on the trailers. But we just want to start getting the message out throughout the end of the year that we would like you to start leaving the paperwork on the trailer. So when you're T-calling a load. So if you're T-calling a load at a terminal, hey, we still need you to do the right thing and scale the load if it's over 35,000 pounds. We're going to have that expectation, and we trust that you'll do the right thing. So make sure you don't leave something for your next driver or your next friend. You never know who might be getting that load. A bad situation. But needless to say, leave the paperwork on the trailer. You can send a macro or call in, and you can send your macro that you're T-calling or call in, and we'll T-call the load, and then you didn't have to walk clear in the building, walk out, and the paperwork's there for the next driver. So that is a change that we will really start publicizing here towards the end of the month, but especially it's just time savings too. You'll be able to drive in the yard, badge in, you'll go ahead and get your paperwork, you know what you're picking up. It may be as simple as sending a message, please dispatch me, and we dispatch you and you got your paperwork and you're out the door. All right.
We take a couple questions.
Yeah,
I could take.
Go ahead, Brett. And then
I was going to say, someone just commented about, can something be done about the irrelevant comments in your load information? And I'm with you, absolutely. It's almost as frustrating for us to go through and try to get all the information you need, reporting that back to you while you're out on the road. And so the answer is yes. We're currently auditing each load and cleaning out some of the old information that's no longer relevant. And thank you for bringing that up. So if you see that, even if you're in a load and you see that the number's wrong or the directions that were sent to you are incorrect, or there's just too much garbage, give that information to your DL and let us fix that for you. But we are working on that. There's another one about that I wanted to talk about. If I worked for Swift prior to COVID, can I come back to do a lease? And Andy might have to jump in on this one if I'm wrong, but just depending on the amount of time you've been off, is the answer there. But yes, is what I want to say. It just depends on how far. I mean, COVID began in March, sometimes February. So have you not driven since then? But either way, give us a
Right.
call. We should stream our owner operator line here at the bottom and give us a call. We'll work that case by case.
Yeah, there was a similar comment too on holding the CDL, resigned from Swift to do military duty. I'd encourage you to call a recruiter. It just depends on what you were doing while you were out. If you were driving for the military, you might be okay. If you weren't doing any driving during that period, we might want you to go out with a trainer, but I'd call a recruiter and get the specifics on that.
Here's a
And
good
it
one.
really did.
I've heard of a lot of drivers saying something about getting tablets in trucks. When is this going to happen, and is it going to work, and how is it going to work for owner ops? So a lot of different questions there. I'll try to break some of this down. Yes, there are tablets being tested right now. We are looking to make a change and get you better navigation, better driver experience. That's really what our whole department is about. So yes, it's being tested. It's in beta test right now. We have it total in about 150 trucks. So yes, people are talking about it, posting pictures. It will be the newer trucks as they come in. Then if everything goes accordingly, we should have for our next update in December a rollout plan for you on what that looks like. So in theory, if things went great the rest of the month and all the programming and things seem right and there's no stumbles, we could probably start towards the middle of December or beginning of January and do anywhere from 1 to 2,000 trucks a month. We would more than likely target it at times like B services or when you get a new truck or things like that. So yes, we're working on it. How does it affect owner ops was one of the other questions. Yes, it will be available. We don't know any of the costs. We don't know any of the breakdown of any of that. So that's all being worked on now. There's a team that's feverishly working to put that together, and we do want that driver experience to be better. So please just know that in December we'll have a good update for you on that. I've seen that a lot lately. And then one other thing that I want to touch on real quick is, hey, I see quite a few comments like, what about intermodal? What about dedicated? So here's what I would tell you about all those accounts. Those accounts are usually your home nightly. They are also, a lot of the pay is determined on location and what the job is and what all you're doing. So all of that is evaluated. I would tell you whether it's intermodal, dedicated, they're working with their customers. So for over the road, it's a little more specific. It's a blanket of customers versus maybe a dedicated or something like that needs to be a rate increase worked out with a regular customer. I would ensure you that that team is always looking to improve, and they will have things in the future at some point. So just know that you guys, but those folks also get home nightly versus our over the road drivers or over the road. I do know there's some different uniqueness in maybe a regional or stuff like that, but there's a lot of improvements coming at Swift, so just be patient.
I need to give one more shout out to Mark Fisher. He's been an owner op with Swift for a long time, and appreciate the kind words that you're throwing out there on the chat, Mark. It's been a pleasure to work with you as well, so appreciate that. And then Ken, did you want to talk about open enrollment for the insurance coming up?
Yes, definitely. For our folks that are on our company insurance, open enrollment is open right now. It's open through the 25th. It is critical that you go in there and make your elections for your health insurance. So by not doing this, there's, out of thousands of drivers, we've seen one or two. It's nothing that we can change. This is all, there's federal laws that govern this. You have to go in and make your election. So please go in there, take the time, sit down with your family members, or just sit down with yourself, depending on who's on your insurance, and read through all the things we have to offer and make your elections on what you would like for next year for 2021. All right. And I've seen a couple comments about, hey, all of our drivers are very important, whether it's dedicated, regional, over the road, intermodal. We appreciate everything you're doing. You guys keep America moving, and we thank you very much. So don't ever take any of the stuff that we're ebbing and flowing really with everything that's going on as we don't appreciate one or we appreciate one more than the other. I would tell you that I am pro driver. The two guys sitting here with me today are very pro driver. We care about you a lot. We've been in this industry a long time. I've drove before. We want to take care of you. So keep the feedback coming, and we'll keep making improvements as much as we can.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Appreciate the time.
Yeah, no, just wanted to close out too, and just to thank our veterans again. Just because it's not Veterans Day, that was yesterday. Every day is Veterans Day to us. We really appreciate your sacrifice and all that you do and have done for our country. So we salute you and love you and are here for you. So thank you.